Hey guys, how's it going? Fan here. Every YouTuber is faced with a long-standing problem, the constant need for updates on topics. Take me as an example. I cannot always talk about my tank. After all, I only have one tank. And as a lazy reefer, buying a new tank for the sake of topics will obviously affect my laziness. And further, I don't always want to discuss the nutritional requirements of marine fish or hydrochemistry either. This makes me feel bored myself. So I have decided to start a new and sustainable topic today, the lazy case study. I will look for some posts that have raised questions on the online forums I usually visit and try to analyze and answer them from the perspective of us lazy reefers. Today is the first issue and I hope you can enjoy it. Today's case from Reef to Reef is one of those that looks simple on the surface but reveals deeper lessons about tank stability and disease control. Let's go straight to the facts. The tank is a JBJ45 AIO about 45 gallons. Stuck with 2 clownfish which were first added to the tank, 1 royal grama, 1 lowmorn Blenny. No new fish, corals or equipment have been added in the past 2 months. Then the dice started to roll. First, royal grama dies overnight, no sign of disease or distress. Then Blenny dies the next day, found partially eaten and it had appeared seen for some time. After that, clownfish start showing signs of heavy breathing and small white spots. A few days later, the picture shows that clownfish having an advanced case of marine egg disease. Water parameters at the time were stable, the salinity was 35 ppt, temperature around 25.5 Celsius, ammonia 0 and nitrate around 50 ppm, and pH is 8.2. It does seem strange, but let's break this down. No panic, avoid chasing ghosts, and stay focused on what really matters. 1. Was nitrate a problem? Many reefers react to a nitrate reading over 40 ppm as if the apocalypse is near. However, for most fish species, including those involved in this case, a nitrate level of 45 to 50 ppm is not life-threatening at all. It may cause mild stress over time, but it would definitely not cause acute death. If nitrate isn't rising uncontrollably and you're not overfeeding, don't obsess over lowering it just because. Second, what happened to the fish that died? For royal grama, this species is known prone to stress. Sudden death with no symptom is unfortunately not rare, especially after a threat or environmental disruption. About Blenny, this fish appear to be clearly starved in the photos, likely in a state of chronic malnutrition. It might have been losing the competition for food or suffering from some not so obvious infection. So what triggered the collapse? The owner mentions adding an unrinsed activated carbon bag right before the death. This could have released fine dust or organics into the system. In a small volume tank, even minor chemical fluctuations can destabilize fish that are already stressed or undernourished. Don't add anything to the tank casually, especially reactive substrates like carbon or resin. Even low-risk changes can destabilize fragile systems. The third, the disease comes from nowhere. Now we come to the clownfish and its white spots. At first glance, the logical assumption might be that the fish has been carrying a dormant infection for the past 5 months. But in my opinion, that explanation doesn't hold up for white spot disease. This parasite typically completes its life cycle in weeks, not months. 4 months of dormancy without outbreak, followed by sudden full-blown symptoms, would be highly unusual. How well was that clownfish living to press down the infection for 5 months? Someone tell him to take vitamin C daily? If clownfish is not hiding the alpha white spot, Then where did the parasite come from? We suspect an external introduction, most likely through live food, unsterilized tools, or white source materials like microalgae. These are often overlooked as potential disease carrier, but they can carry trophozoan or trophons if proper disinfection steps are skipped. The tank owner also stated that all litter fish was purchased from vendors with quarantine protocols. Well, that is actually a good practice, but no quarantine system is perfect, even for professional quarantine operations. Cross-contamination can occur during many steps along the way. You can trust the vendor's process, but not their perfection. Always quarantine yourself, even if the fish come from a safe source. This case shows how small decisions can escalate. A weak fish, a carbon bag, and a missed source of infection. All these factors lead to stress. Stress leads to casualty, and casualty leads to disease outbreak. But it also shows that small habits can prevent disasters. You need to rinse every new material, quarantine new arrivals, question and be extra careful about every small changes. A good lazy reefer are not just being lazy, but intentionally lazy. It's minimal input, maximum insight. We're not trying to outsmart nature. We're just trying not to surprise it. Alright? These are the first episode of Lazy Case Study. I hope you like it. I will see you next time.